Welcome back, everybody. We're here with Len Archibald today. He is reviewing a new movie. It's called Belfast, and from what I hear, it's based off of true events. So good morning, Len.
Hey, thanks, Heidi. Yeah, so Belfast is a semi-autobiographical story written and directed by Kenneth Branagh, Sir Kenneth Branagh, anyways, director of Thor and a bunch of other, big time movies, The Last Murder on the Orient Express and whatnot. But this is a kind of the semi-biographical tale of, life in Belfast in the late 1960s. Civil War starting to break out. There's a lot of political and religious unrest. And we're following the life of a 9-year-old Buddy, who's played by Jude Hill's a wonderful performance, as he tries to maneuver and grow up during this tumultuous time. And it's a great movie. It's shot in black and white, just great cinematography and just great acting all the way around.
Yeah. Do you think that it's harder to film the more autobiographical movies compared to the fictional movies? Do you think it's harder to try to get that right?
It is always a challenge, I think, when you're touching on something that is kind of close to your heart, because you don't want to shoot things through rose-colored glasses. And I think one of the things that Branagh actually does achieve is he's able to still balance the horrors of, what was going on in Northern Ireland in the late 1960s, and balance that out with, the kind of the innocence of, following Buddy and, his little kind of like growing love affair with this blonde girl in his math class. It's a great balance. You really feel the threat with like the parents are Janie Dornan, and I am going to horribly butcher the mother's name, but I'm going to try my best. But it's Catriona Balfe. I think that's the name. I hope that I got that right. But
I'm sure you did.
But the two of them, as the parents, are very powerful. And they show, the loving nature of the parents, but at the same time, it shows how concerned they are, and they understand, really what's going on, even if the children aren't completely aware.
And how did you feel with the rest of the casting? I know sometimes with movies like this that are based in another country, we're not so familiar with who's playing those roles. So how did you think they did in this one?
Well, the casting is great. I'm pretty familiar with everyone in the film. The stand-up performances are Judi Dench, Dame Judi Dench as the grandmother, and Ciarán Hinds as Pops, or is really the grandfather of the film, and they kind of bring a lot of the light, a lot of the lightheartedness that's really needed for this movie. Because if without those characters, I think the film would take a way darker turn, a way more cynical turn, and I don't think that's what Kenneth Branagh was really going for. He wanted to show that despite the horrors of war, that there is a way for people to get out, and this was pretty much a love letter for the people that stayed behind in Belfast during the war, for the people that left, and he even leaves a dedication for that at the end of the film.
Yeah, just from reading some of the summaries, I didn't really get that vibe, so that's really interesting that it was more so, like you said, about getting out of the war rather than the war itself. How many Lennies would you give this one?
I give this 4.5 Lennies. This is one of the best of the year. Definitely. There's going to be a lot of Oscar nominations for this movie. I wouldn't be surprised if we see nominations for like Best Picture, Best Director, supporting actress for Judi Dench, maybe even a Best Actor Oscar for Jamie Dornan. But this is a great movie. I definitely recommend it. It's something that even like teenagers will be able to watch. It's not a very violent film or anything like that. It's just, like I said, it's a slice of life. It's just an enjoyable movie, just about another culture on the other side of the world, and just learning a little bit about their history. It's really appreciated.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see it. Thanks so much for telling us about it, Len.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.